Okay, Assalamualaikum and good day to everybody. My name is Dr. Sohaili from the Department of Community Medicine, USM. So we continue our lecture today with the introduction to SPSS. So this is our learning outcome. By the end of the day, I expect you to understand the basic concept of statistics, understand the basic software used in statistics, and also able to apply and use these basic SPSS software, which is create the new data set and also use the basic function in SPSS. So actually, what is statistical computing? It's the interaction between computer science, numerical analysis, and also statistics. We also refer to any tasks that involve statistical methods that rely heavily on the use of computers. And because the performing research in the current area requires a high level of competency in the use of database, spreadsheet, and also statistical software programs. So we have a lot of software available currently, but in this area, especially in the medical area, we commonly use few software, which is basic statistics software. We commonly use Excel. Even it's already embedded in your Microsoft. Excel also able to do some data entry and some basic statistical function. And then we have SPSS. SPSS is the software which you required to have this license to use this SPSS, and USM subscribe the SPSS. So for you in ISPSKL, you need to install the SPSS. You can ask this IT unit to install and get the license. So you use this the subscribe SPSS. We also have AMOS. Usually AMOS is for we do the exploratory factor analysis or confirmatory factor analysis. We also have R software. R software is the free software, free available, you can download. But what is different between SPSS and R software? SPSS is you need to buy a package. It's quite simple, user friendly. You can do data entry. Whereas our software is free, but is not really user friendly compared to SPSS. We also have Stata. Stata is again like SPSS, is not free. You need to subscribe. And is the compared in terms of the function and the menu. SPSS, some of the analysis you can use SPSS, and some cannot use SPSS. But for this course, for GCN506, I will use SPSS for my lecture. So that's why you need to download. So basically, SPSS stand for Statistical Package for Social Science. Is one of the most popular statistical package which can perform highly complex data manipulation and analysis with simple instruction because they have the menu. SPSS we can run on the Windows, Macintosh and Unix platform. Is available in multiple language. The current SPSS version is 26, but I will teach either use 24 or 25. USM currently use 26. So these are the basic operation in SPSS that you need to learn. We have the variable entry, the data entry, saving the data, import data from Excel file, checking the data entered, sorting the data, and also transforming the data. Now let's open SPSS. Usually when you install SPSS in your laptop, it's either desktop or laptop, you can just click the button, okay, and open. So this is the menu. Okay, this is the front page. Okay, this is the new. Is either you can use a new data set or you can use your recent file. Usually the default is you just click OK. Okay, let's have a look on the SPSS. Okay, this is the basic SPSS. So, okay, you have two view here. This is the data view and the second one is the variable view. Okay, alright, so apart from that, you also have the output. Output is where when you do analysis or you do some command, it will appear in the output. Okay, so let's go back into the data variable. Okay, so the upper part is the menu. For example, you can click on the file. On the new is either you can use a new data, okay, or you can use open or use the data you already saved. Okay, so this is the file function, and then we have edit. This is not really used. Okay, this is the view, this is the data. They have few function here. Usually we use the select case or split file. Okay, we also have transform, like compute variable, recode into same variable, and also recode into different variable. And this is the analyze. Usually we use this menu when you want to analyze or use different statistical analysis. Okay, others we are not really use. Okay, so now let me okay, now we are going to learn how to enter a data set in SPSS. So this is the data view, and you click on the variable view. So this is the variable view. Okay, this is the name. You can see name, type with decimal label, and so on. So what we need to do when we want to enter or create a new data set, usually the first thing you need to create is use the ID. ID, identity of this patient. Usually we use by 1, 2, 3 or 01, 002, 003. Okay, so you can type because usually ID is the number. You can create this type as numeric. Okay, actually they have many variable type. Numeric. String is when you want to type like names or address, you use string, but for number you can use numeric. So click OK. The width, the decimal, usually I don't like to use decimal, so you just put 0. Label is you can create the same with name. Okay, alright, so you create one variable which is the ID. So you can click on the variable data view. You see they have a new variable here which is ID. Okay, now we create another variable. Okay, let's say you want to create the age of patient. Age is number, so you just left it default as number. Okay, you can either use decimal or non-decimal. Label, age, values, missing data, columns. Okay, usually we don't really use this unless it is categorical. Okay, you go back to data view. You can see this is a new variable, the age. Okay, next, what else? Okay, let's say gender. Okay, gender. Okay, gender is the numeric. Also, even you want to enter as male or female, even it is a string, but you need to recode into the number. Okay, okay, label as gender. Values, why we need to recode? Because when you want to analyze, you cannot analyze the string, okay, the words like male or female, but you need to recode it into numerical. For example, you want to name female as 0 and male as 1. Okay, this is a tips. Usually always start your data entry or recode with 0 to not you may start with 1 or 2, 3, but usually in terms of analysis, in terms of interpretation, it's easier when you start your data entry with 0. Okay, so let's say 0, the value is 1, 0. Okay, value is 0. Let's say we want to name 0 as female. So you just add the value. Number 1 is for male. So add and click OK. So see, you already have ID, age and gender. Okay, let's say we have these 3 variables. So how do you want to enter your data set? Let's say your ID is number 1. Age, let's say, is 40. Gender is female. Okay, they have 2 types here. Okay, because you already enter 0 is for 0 is for female and 1 is for male, so you need to enter 0. Okay, but what if you can't remember what is 0, what is 1? So you can click here. So you click here, they already have 0 is mean female. Okay, so ID number 2, let's say age is 30, gender is female, so you record it as 1. Okay, so number 3 is age is 25, is also male. Okay, number 4, age is 15, also male. Number 5, age is 28, which is female. Okay, number 6, this would be ID number 5. ID number 6, age is 31, or also female. Okay, right. So this is how you enter the data set. Okay. Alright, so okay, now next we have another variable, which is the education. Okay, education, we label it as education. Okay, let's say we have education, primary, secondary, tertiary and postgrad, let's say, or 0 is no education. We start with 0, let's say no education. Okay, number 1 is primary, number 2 is secondary education, number 3 is tertiary education. Okay, alright, so we have 4 values. Okay, next we want to enter the let's say the height of the patient. Okay, since height is the numerical value, so you just leave the value here. Okay, values is only for categorical variable, which you need to tell the SPSS that is the categorical variable. Okay, now we want to enter the weight. Okay, weight is also the numerical value, so just leave it there. Okay, now we see we create a new variable, which is education, height and weight. Okay, let's say the first one is have the primary education, the second no education. Okay, so I just roughly enter. Okay, if you can't remember, you click here. Okay, so the height, let's say this is 160, weight is 60 kilos. Okay, so you just randomly put the weight here. Okay, just type anything. So this is just for your exercise only. Okay, alright, so this is the weight. Okay, right, so settle. Okay, now we already know how to do create a new data set. Okay, so this is a new data set, so you already know how to do the data entry. Okay, let us see. Okay, we already learned how to create a new data set. Okay, insert new variable, delete and move variable. Okay, let me show you how you want to move your variable. Okay, go to variable view. Let's say you want to rearrange. Let's say you want to put gender education first instead of gender. So what you can do is you click on the education until you have this the yellow highlight, and this you can notice the button. Okay, the circle button, and you can just move it right here. Okay, so now you move age, education and gender. So this is how you move this variable. Okay, I move it back. Okay, so how actually you want to create another variable between gender and education. So you just right click and put insert variable. So you can just create a new variable here, let's say races. Okay, alright, so we have, let's say 0 is for Malay, 1 is for Chinese, and second is for Indian. Alright, and 3 is for others. Okay, so this is how you use your or insert a new variable. Okay, so we learn how to insert new variable, delete variable and move variable. So if you want to delete, you just click and clear the variable. Okay, so as simple as that. Okay, what else we need to learn? Alright, so we already learned how to insert new data, delete data. Okay, now I will teach you how to select case. Okay, alright, so let's say in this case we have let's say you only want to analyze the female data. So what you need to do is, okay, so you go to data, select case. Okay, so you need to tell the SPSS what are the variable that you want to select. Okay, let's say click on the if condition is satisfied, click on if. Okay, alright, so now let's say you want to only select gender. So go to here, gender, which is equal to 0. You continue and you continue. Okay, so you need to go back to your data. So you can see they cross the male variable, so they only select this female, 1, 2, 3 female. So this is how you select your case. Alright, so what if you want to deselect? Okay, you just go back to your select case. Okay, actually we have a shortcut menu. You go here and you click. This is the previous menu that you use. So you just click case and reselect the all cases. So you can see here, automatic they select all this gender. So that's how you use this select case menu. Okay, alright, so this is I guess we already know how to do the select case. Okay,